Hi there, I'm the Amazing Atheist. What the fuck is up? My allergies are kicking my ass today, but I'm still gonna do a video because I'm a fucking trooper. Anyway, so you guys might know that there's been a few mass shootings here in America recently.
I'm Victor Blackwell in El Paso, Texas, outside of a massive crime scene here where 20 people were killed, 26 were injured. There's a lot happening here as this investigation is just beginning, but there has been another mass shooting. Christy, to you.
Yeah, I'm Christy Paul. Victor, thank you. We went to sleep with the news of those 20 people dead in El Paso. You are waking up now. I am so sorry to tell you, to 9 more people who've been killed in a second mass shooting, this time, Dayton, Ohio. Between these two shootings, please absorb this. 29 people are dead. 42 people are injured in a 15-hour time span and 2 mass shootings.
Yeah, so there was one in El Paso, Texas. I've been there before. One of the things that was striking to me about El Paso was you see, I think it's the Rio Grande River. Anyway, so on one side of it is Mexico, on the other side is America, and you look on the Mexican side, and there's kind of these like ramshackle adobe structures that just look poverty-stricken and miserable, and then on the other side of the river, you see all of the comparatively nice, modern American structures. It was striking to me how different your life can be based on which side of an arbitrary line you're on, you know? I've also been to the site of the other recent massacre. I've been to Dayton, Ohio. There's a lot of cities in that region of the country that are kind of just dilapidated, old. They don't really have a reason for being anymore. They used to have prospering economies, but now the industries that used to keep them afloat are all gone because times have changed, and those sort of manufacturing jobs, a lot of them have gone overseas and stuff. A lot of them have been automated away. These cities are kind of dilapidated. You could tell they're way past their prime. You could tell that they're still stuck in the past. Dayton is not the worst of those cities. It's not as bad as, say, Toledo or Detroit or Keokuk or, a number of other places that are far more dilapidated and far more stuck in the past. But, it's still kind of a shithole. I used to go there to buy drugs, so that's my experience there. So I'm a little bit familiar with both of these places. And, I feel kind of weird even making a video where I'm talking about the 2 most recent mass shootings when I know that by the time I upload this, there very well could have been another huge fucking mass shooting because they're just coming that quickly now. I want there to be a radical centrist shooting because it seems like they're always either far right-wing, far left-wing, radical Islam. I'm waiting for the radical centrist. I'm waiting to hear that the fucking Fumble Buck, turnip festival was attacked by a radical centrist who had been radicalized by, mainstream media personalities like Anderson Cooper and YouTube personalities like Philip DeFranco or whatever, can't we all just get along? Whatever. So anyway, this isn't really about that. That's just a little backstory so you can understand the context of this Neil deGrasse Tyson tweet. Neil deGrasse Tyson, famous scientist and science advocate here in the United States of America. Believe it or not, we do have some of those. I think we have 2. Neil said, in the past 48 hours, the USA horrifically lost 34 people to mass shootings. On average, across any 48 hours, we also lose 500 to medical errors, 300 to the flu, 250 to suicide, 200 to car accidents, 40 to homicide via handgun. Often our emotions respond more to spectacle than to data. So this tweet, although a lot of people did give it the little heart, was actually massively unpopular among huge swaths of the population who said shit like this. No one person caused 500 medical errors. No one person caused 200 vehicle deaths. No one person committed 200 suicides. No one person killed 40 people with a handgun. One asshole with a high-powered rifle killed 20 people in El Paso. See the fucking difference? I do see the difference, but I'm not exactly sure what the point of that difference is. Like, what does that mean? It was caused by one person, therefore what? What exactly? Like, does it matter if a death was caused by one person or 10 people or 0 people? I mean, the fact that it was caused by one person, if anything, seems to almost make it less of a big deal, because the one person that caused the El Paso massacre is in jail, and the one person that caused the Dayton massacre is dead. It almost seems that by your logic, we could just go, problem solved, dead, jail. Next motherfucker says, wow, just wow, that makes the shootings okay then. Their innocent dead bodies arriving at the morgues are just statistics. Everything explained then. You're so smart. Fuck you, soulless asshole. This is the most heartless tweet in the history of social media. Congratulations, heartless. Yeah, because that's totally what Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying. He's saying, you know what, guys? Shootings are okay. They're okay. Ain't so bad. No, he's saying that statistically, within any 48-hour window of time, there's all kinds of things that kill all kinds of people that we could be working on, and in fact, we are working on those things. And we should also be working on mass shootings, but let's not blow it out of proportion. Let's not say, hey, this is the be-all, end-all. All of our energy needs to be focused into this. Because the fact of the matter is that that's not the most deadly thing. If you're worried about your life or the lives of your loved ones, there's lots of things you should be worried about way before you worry about them being killed in a mass shooting. All right, so this next guy is dumb as shit. 18 years ago, we had a single shoe bomber who didn't kill anyone, and we completely altered airport screening for the country. Maybe we should respond to handgun deaths with that kind of urgency, and maybe you posting this is a slap in the face of the 34 families planning funerals. So wait, are you bringing up the shoe bomber and our reaction to him as a positive thing? You think it's a good thing that when one guy tried to blow up a plane with a bomb in a shoe and didn't even succeed, that for the next 18 years, every time I go through airport security, I gotta take my fucking shoes off? You think that's a good thing? It's not! It's a fucking pain in the ass! I'd rather risk getting blown up! Yeah, I would! But you know why? Because the chances of me being blown up by a shoe bomber are fucking practically goddamn zero. Whether the airport security makes me take my shoes off or not. And as for this idea that Neil deGrasse Tyson is slapping the face of those 34 families, you ever think maybe he's not talking to them? Maybe he's talking to the rest of us? Maybe he's talking to the 99.99999% of the population who didn't lose a loved one in the mass shootings? Next motherfucker. Imagining comforting someone who just lost their child due to being fucking shot and saying, well, really, it isn't that bad. A lot of people died today in other ways. Jesus fuck, you're a scientific genius, yet you still haven't learned to read the room. Neil deGrasse Tyson didn't go up to the fucking families and say, no big deal, other people died another way. He's not talking to the fucking families. He's talking to the rest of us. Once again, the 99.99999% of the fucking population who don't know anyone who fucking died in this massacre. These massacres. Fucking Smash Mouth weighed in on this. Fuck off, there's your data. That should just be the fucking official slogan of America. Fuck data, fuck science, fuck being reasonable, emotional overreacting bullshit for life. Smash Mouth needs to get smashed in the fucking mouth. Speaking of overreacting, he's acting like medical errors, flu, suicide, car accidents, and homicide are just as nationally tragic and racism-led as a mass shooting. How many innocents have to die due to your mentally ill people for you to understand we need gun control? Neil deGrasse Tyson literally did not say anything about racism or anything about mental illness in his entire tweet, and I frankly don't know where you even got that shit from. How are these things not as nationally tragic? If 500 people are dying within each 48-hour window from medical errors, yes, that is as tragic as fucking mass shootings. Suicide, the suicide epidemic is as tragic as mass shootings. People dying of the flu, even though it's natural causes, is as tragic as a mass shooting. I don't understand this idea that because someone intended you to die, it's worse. Like if you're riding on a bus, and the bus goes over some black ice and careens over an embankment and everyone dies. Or, scenario B, you're riding in a bus, someone stands up, Allah Akbar! Boom! They blow up the fucking bus, everyone dies. What's the difference to the dead people? What's the difference to the grieving families? Nothing! Nothing! The only difference is that you get to blame somebody. That you get to say, oh, this was this person's fault. And when you say it's this person's fault, they never say it was the fault of the motherfucker that actually did it. It was always the fault of whoever your political opponent is. Oh, it was Trump. Oh, it was the liberals. Oh, it was the Muslims. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. It's always somebody else. It's always some fucking boogeyman waiting around the corners. Soon, soon. Nobody is for medical errors. There are campaigns for flu vaccines. Suicides are incredibly tragic, but nobody is trying to stop efforts to try to stop them. There are ongoing efforts to cut car deaths and homicide. Part of this country thwarts efforts to stop gun violence. All right, that one actually isn't that dumb. It's okay. I think it makes a good point. It's saying, hey, all the other stuff you listed, there's already efforts underway to try to curtail that, but when we try to do literally anything to prevent mass shootings, there's always someone saying we can't. Now, your examples aren't perfect because, of course, there are people who oppose vaccinations on the basis of shoddy science and stuff like that. But overall, I think you are actually a somewhat intelligent person. But the rest of these motherfuckers, dumb as fucking shit. Dumb as shit. Completely fucking brain dead and stupid. And you know what? They represent the majority of people on Twitter. The fucking majority of people on Twitter as a platform are fucking stupid. And I know that's not a late-breaking fucking news edition for most of you, but goddamn if it doesn't frustrate the fuck out of me. I'm the Amazing Atheist. Peace the fuck out. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And, listen to this. Hey there, everybody. If you want to see Deep Fat Fried live in New Orleans on September 6th, get your tickets down below. It's going to be at the Howlin' Wolf. If you get a VIP ticket, you get in an hour early, get to meet and greet with us before anybody else can, and you get free booze.
Free booze.
Well liquor and draft beer free for that fucking whole first hour and whatever the fuck else. So, check it out. Come on down. We're going to have a fucking big old stage show. We're going to hang out with people. We're going to sign shit. We're going to take pictures. We're going to have a fucking wild-ass time. We're going to tear New Orleans apart, motherfuckers. It's going to be a good show.
It's going to be a goddamn hootenanny.
It's going to be a hootenanny.